Big draw coming up. If it's a land, we're just dead. Just straight up dead. Cool. Love that for me. It is an Ash deck. That's how you know it's an Ash deck. She's basically famous for flooding. Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, Mesa Falcon Guy, CGB. We're playing cookies today. I recently spent some time with fellow YouTuber streamer Ash Lizzle down in Florida. We recorded some Commander games, one of which is currently on the channel. You might want to check it out. But she was saying, CGB, why haven't you played my cookies deck? My cookies deck is awesome. And I agree. I've watched her play cookies many times on her channel and on her stream, but I had not played it. So I have to do the hard-hitting question. Does this best of one? The strategy is called Simic cookies because of Ginger Brute, because of Tough Cookie, and because of Agatha's Soul Cauldron. There's definitely a little bit of a cooking vibe, but it's really an artifact creature tempo deck that uses growing creatures like Teething Wormlet and Zodiac Glyph to hit the opponent really, really hard before they're quite ready for it. The unblockable effects from Ginger Brute and Surge Engine help you get those large amounts of damage through, and they're very important to the deck itself. The Agatha's Soul Cauldron can exile the Ginger Brute and the Surge Engine to give that unblockable ability to other creatures as well. Nearly everything in the deck is an artifact or makes an artifact so that your Wormlets and your Tough Cookies and your Glyphs are all constantly functioning. Sentinel of the Nameless City has map tokens, so does Spyglass Siren, just as two examples. The deck got a big bonus from the Lost Jite from the big score. Honestly, this is the first deck I've played where I get to use this beautiful little piece of equipment, and it is really powerful and amazing in the right deck. You don't really need it in mono red because of mono red's construction. You don't need it in Boros because everything in Boros has to be a creature or some kind of a creature payoff. No, it really was looking for the right home, and this is a perfect one for it. You want an aggressive deck with creatures that aren't in the exact mold of mono red and Boros Convoke. And so here is your Lost Jite deck, which I think is very solid inclusion. There is a sideboard. If you want to go play the sideboard, you absolutely can. We're going to play this deck in our beautiful best of one and answer that question. Does this best of one? Let's dive in. Let this nonsense begin.
Cookies. We play cookies.
Is this a hand you keep? Yes. Why not? What could go wrong? Man, remember when Schooner was the nuts? He's just so tough in best of one, but when you're on the play, it's great. Schooners roll one way when you're on the play. Jite. Hey. Everything rhymes today. Surge. Your Go for the Throat is useless against me. Your Go for the Throat is useless against me. Your Go for the Throat is... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Classic. But I want to play Magic. Schoon me.
Cookie.
It could also be the engine, but I think it's the cookie because I'd rather trade the cookie for the tiny bones. Can't have the opponent attacking and getting my cards. We got a block. And now their Go for the Throat doesn't affect me. Equip to Schoon. Get a counter on Jite. Keep that on top. It goes with our curve. Punchies. Counter. Pass. Yikers. That's Sheldred the Apocalypse. But our engine cannot be blocked. All right, how do we beat Shelly? How do we make Shelly suffer? Equip Jite. Is it Sentinel? We might be able to draw the go for the throat on the Siren, is what I'm thinking. But I guess Sentinel goes kind of hard, but Siren does too. The aerial assault is going to be frustrating for them, I think. Map me. Cauldron. Activate. Blocks. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of potential. We are good at the offense. New counter. We could get our Siren out of cut down range if a Jite is equipped to it. I like it. How can they stop me? That is a mean card, but does it stop me? Still can't be blocked with the Surge engine. We need to keep making it bigger. They're going aggro. Oh, they're going aggro. Why'd they go aggro? What are they doing? Okay. Yeah, let's see. We equip the schooner. We move the Jite. We make this thing unable to block. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9. They're not dead. They're like alive at 1. Oh well, they scooped. This is how Jack Black would play the deck. It's fine. This is fine. I'm on the draw. I don't know. What I like about this deck actually is Wormlet life gain. And I'm not even kidding. Wormlet life gain gives you a chance. I played the life gain deck recently. Life gain is, I don't want to say good. It's your only chance sometimes, you know? It's your only chance. Look at this BS. Look at this crap. Okay, if they're gonna play that and give up tokens to run that, I am so happy. I am honored. Look, another one. And a Siren. Let's get the Wormlet cooking. Your 1 toughness creatures are useless against me. Yep, play it all. Play everything. Just don't reload. That's all I ask. Just don't have the reload. Do we glyph them? I mean, it's really fast, right? They have 2 mana up. They might have resolutes. Every life point can matter. Gaining more life here seems pretty good. And we got a few plays. Okay. Yeah, let's build a little bit more because they could go resolute reinforcements into recruiter. And if we just glyph up, we're going to take too much damage. That's another life, but it's not another +1/+1 counter because of the way the Wormlet works. Do you think they'll gang block it? If they do, we're happy, right? And I guess I have to get my points in where I can. There we go. There they go. How do we beat Convoke? Maybe we have to go first? Maybe we need them to whiff. It looks like they're whiffing a little bit. We have some time. Time is of the essence. That card is very good in this circumstance. I don't know. Maybe they overcommit, though, and take a big hit. Bottom. You got to watch for the top. When they top it, it's either a knight or a recruiter. And by night, I mean the Convoke one. Okay, that's the top. The top is real. And they did not overcommit. I mean, I could go for the Ginger Brute. It doesn't fly yet, so we get this point in. Putting this on the Ginger Brute, they might just chump block it. I think it's the play. And I think it's like this. 2-turn clock. Unfortunately, not enough for the Brute to just win the game next turn. The Warden trades with the Wormlet. I love it. Get that thing off the board. So still a 2-turn clock. Let's see what they kept. Looks like it's a Recruiter. Knight Errant of Eos, I mean. Let's see if it hits a Recruiter. It does hit one Recruiter. If they go for it now, they're dead on the crackback potentially, and they don't kill me. They have to leave up blockers because of Tough Cookie's ability. So they pass. Another glyph. And it's put into a graveyard, discover 3. I think we just keep going after them, right? We have to force them to block here, and we will. They've got to block with something. And then we leave these back to make sure we don't die. 1, 2, 3. 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They have to chump block 19, 20. We're at 22. We could attack. I suppose every point potentially counts. If they chump here, then they're dead next turn. They have to win or the Ginger Brute finishes them, right? Did they do the math? I did the math. I should be able to win through even a 1-mana creature, but not a Gleeful Demolition. All right. Are you sure? They GG me. That's not how your deck works. I play Recruiter with creatures. I win, right? You don't. You don't win. Oh, the allegations. Classic. Is this a hand that one keeps on the draw? No. Must have 1 drop. I think they're a control deck. 1 drop, 2 drop, potential 3 drop. We'll keep. We'll put away the hard-hitting question because no questions. That deck. Interesting. Which deck? You know the one. Siren. It's the teamery analyst. Yeah, you. Okay, our deck without removal is in trouble. No lands though. Double glyph. Ugh. Oh wait, Cauldron, right? Even if we miss a land drop, the Cauldron can start taking out the lands. And that's huge. I don't think I need to take the lands out now. I think I can do this, especially since they might have the Virtue to get back the Nissa, and let's try to hit them fast. But yeah, we gotta start removing lands now because they have 2 of them. Sentinel. Yep. Okay. Hopefully another point of damage here. Nope. Denied. Do it now because they can activate this in response with an untapped land. So right now, just 1 land down there. Ah, Virtue. Yep, okay. Well, it was one of those things where it could punish you either way. Also, no map token means no glyph. We are a little bit fortunate that they didn't have 2 of those lands. And we have to go like this. And this. Do I Larcenist? Nuke their Analyst? Artifact or creature? I feel like I'm going to have to shut down the Kellen, or the Kellen will beat me. So we'll go with Sentinel. Map up. Sure. I do feel like they slam a Kellen here. Good thinking though. They could give up the Aftermath Analyst to ramp 1. Usually they go for better and bigger things. It's the
Wookiee voice.
It's caught in my throat. Dang it, they have the red source. Oh, that's fortunate for them. That's okay. We have some recovering we can do. There's a memory deluge. They draw, sure. 2 lands in graveyard. Do we keep hitting the lands or do we hit the memory? I think we hit the memory. Keep cutting that graveyard to ribbons. And reload. Although they might have another ill-timed. Now we have maps set up for the glyphs. We still are prepared to get rid of the Kellen with the Larcenist. Although it's very scary what happens if the Larcenist goes away. Kellen attacking and blowing up our cauldron would be nasty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not what you want to see. Dude, we've got to start getting some damage through. Up to 3 lands in that graveyard. Hard to keep it clear. Even with graveyard hate on turn 2, it's hard to keep it clear. And now, what do I hit? What do I hit? If I allow them to keep the Nissa, can I beat it? They do still have to get 2 lands a turn. I can't beat the Kellen though. I really can't. All right, make me a treasure, make you a treasure. Do I have time for the schooner? It does play around another ill-timed, but sort of. So do the glyphs, right? I don't need the schooner, so I should go for more damage now because we need damage. Wormlet, I'm gonna bin you. I'm sure they take it. They have plenty of life. Okay, how many do they hit? Another memory. Might have to take that out. Yeah, this was definitely one of those cases where I think I was dead either way. I'm not sure I made the right choice. I did my best. All right, I think we have to hit the land. This has been tough. Is there cards I could have drawn that would help? Maybe if I kept the hard-hitting question, I could have had removal for the Nissa, and that would have been enough. Okay, they whiffed. Kind of. They had a basic mountain. What are they gonna have? 5? 6 if they sack Kellen? Looks like it. After that, we're probably donezo. But we'll have... I guess we could top a land, and then we could have both glyphs attacking, but that's not enough damage. Okay, they got to 7. Is that gonna be Virtue? Okay. That's all their mana, and my board's intact. Can we get there? 10? This is 6. We need a way to get the Nissa off the field. Nah. That's with an untapped land. Hard-hitting question. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. Right? How about you? Nope. Mana short. How do I do just a little more damage? I don't see it. Don't see it. Only 2 lands in that graveyard. So close. So close. That's probably enough to burn me out, right? Okay, they go for an explosion. Sure. I guess. Could be worse. Try to hang on to an artifact. Try to sneak a glyph through. There will be a Kellen. That's bad. Okay. They'll probably respond if I target this by casting it, so we don't do that. Discover 3. Has to be something good. It is a wormlet. Will that be enough? Unlikely. New Nissa. What else? I hate you. I hate you a lot. What am I hoping for? Ginger Brute? Don't think that will do. One, two, three, four, five, six. Let's take out the Deluge now. So they don't have anything to do after they do this. Like, this is just them generating a bunch of mana for nothing. Unless their last card is, of course, the World Soul's Rage, in which case they could have just won the game a long time ago. I mean, if this card isn't a good card, they are just top decking here. I can't beat the Kellen, though, probably. Tough cookie. It's got to be something like this. We don't have a lot of choices. Hard-hitting question. Does it kill the Kellen? Not if Kellen destroys the map token. But I guess I'll keep it. Doesn't have death touch. Just got to get in there with our 6/5 and take our beating from Kellen. Okay, they probably top deck that. Does pretty much nothing. You're getting aggro. Nine life. Okay. Okay. Send help. There's the death touch. Dead. Let's go. Come on. This is why people rope, isn't it? Brutal arena, man. Give you hope just to do that to you. Look at me, I'm 100%. What? Huh? I guess I'm just the one. I'm the oneiest one in best of one. This is a slow hand, but we have tap lands, so I guess we'll use them. I don't know if I'd play Vinestalk in best of one. I've never been able to activate it, and it's fully punished several draws now, which is very frustrating. Are we going to get countered? Yes. Do we try anyway? Ha ha! Your go for the throat is useless against the subterranean schooner. Actually, there's no way they have a go for the throat here, right? Because they would have stopped me from exploring. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. Murex. Let's do it. Counter this. Schoon. And this is why Schooner was a good card for a little while there. Just a little while. People adapted. They ran some cards that removed it. Long Goodbye is popular now. But the Schooner is still a pretty good card. Your timing opponent is very bizarre. So where are we? We're in my draw step. Okay. I'll do it again. Equip. Let's go. Actually, yeah, we'll go to the Might. It might get cut down, but I don't think so based on the priority stick just now. We explore. More glyphs. Why not? They're pretty good cards, I hear. Your blockers are useless. Your counters are useless. Your board wipe, useless. They're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna die for that. They know about the glyph, but it's about to get so much worse. Bam! Power up throw down. Now that's how you want to treat a control deck. That whole 100% thing was because it was the end of the ladder, and ladder just reset. So we go from Mythic 1, oh yeah, Bronze Limited, classic. We get our paltry rewards. You aren't worth it. I would never Mythic if it weren't for content, baby. I'd Mythic like once in my life and be done. It's for all you who think, I don't know if it's a good deck unless it's Mythic. It's for you guys that I do this. Let's go to plat 4. Let's claim some rewards. Let's get back into it. Back up the ladder we go. You know what this means? Mono red. 100%. All mono red at bottom of ladder, racing to the top as fast as they humanly can. If they're even humans, they might be bots. I don't trust it. I don't trust this hand either. But I think we get the vine stock. Like I'm saying, man, I get punished by these so much. And I told you so. If I play this, is it just gonna die? I need to get the GT online because of the mana production potential, but I need this on the field for the hard-hitting questions. And they might ignore it. Might just attack into it. They're mono red. They might not have play with fire. It might not be convenient. Right? Yeah, that's right. Adversary. Do we block? No blocks. Not while we can ask the hard-hitting questions. We really needed that land, and I am grateful for it. Here is Ginger Brute. Here is GT. Let's equip to Ginger Brute. Attack with Ginger Brute. Charge counter. Let's use it to untap a land. So we get a lot of use out of this turn. Our opponent has 6 cards. We have 2. That's not great, but let's see what we can do. This is a matchup where Wormlet does extra good work, but we don't have it. No blocks. And try to hang on to my engine. The 2-mana open is scary. Let's see if we can get another counter with our Ginger Brute. Please. Please let me have this counter. They're holding a lightning strike and they're trying to figure out what to do with it, I think. Well, here's something you can do with it. That's a 3/4. They go face. Brilliant. Well played. Untap a land. This allows for this. Now they has no offense. And they're done. Stupid mono red. Toilet gamers, get wrecked. On the draw, oh, this hand. No other creature. Do I have to mull this hand? 2 questions on the draw. Yeah, this is definitely the type of hand that will never draw another creature. Ever. Ever. Also, Schooner on the draw is just not great. Hard-hitting questions on the draw is just not great. This is closer to what you need. Double Pain Land is horrible. I'll keep this combination of cards. I'm not optimistic. This is mono red. Nope, Boros. Let's start taking points and lose because of it. Although, you know, we're playing colorless next turn, gaining life back. As long as we draw a pain-free green source, it can get cooking. They're missing white mana. Okay. Won't matter much if they don't find white mana. They should attack, though. Okay. Punished by Vinestalk for like the 4th time. But still better than not drawing green, pain-free green at all. Okay, never didn't have it. Recruiter, hot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Don't think we're dead. Double recruiter and we're probably dead, but I don't think I'm dead yet. This is up to 5. Block 2. Yeah, it's close though. Unreasonably close. They just need to add a little damage, right? Yep, that was easy. Okay, Vinestalk. Vinestalk, I'm sorry, you are great, and I mean great in mid-range matchups. We don't have those in best of 1. On the draw again. Vinestalk again, but no 1-drop this time. I mean, it's a couple of removal, so I guess we try it. Our 1-drop would have just died to play with fire, so it's fine. Unless the opponent's one of those red mages on full control. Can't imagine not getting an optimal second of their life. The cookie is tough. We're already flooding, so I would like this tough cookie to live so we have a mana sink later. Swifty, swifty. Play with fire. Play with fire. Play with fire. Never didn't have it. Another land. Maybe the Vinestalk's moment has truly come. Anyway, what do we want to let the opponent have back later? A Swift Spear? You know, if they kill this Larcenist. Give them a Swift Spear, I guess. They could rage here, right? Nope, it's tapped. Yep, Lightning Strike, get Swift Spear back, attack with Swift Spear. Big draw coming up. If it's a land, we're just dead. Just straight up dead. Cool. Love that for me. 22 land deck. Flooded again. It is an Ash deck. That's how you know it's an Ash deck. She's basically famous for flooding. Face down card. Kumano face with Kakazan. Wow. Okay, big top deck coming up. Again. I keep trying here, but can't seem to do much. Did I draw a non-land in that game? What was my opener? I think, yeah, I drew 5 straight land in my 22 land deck. Somebody run the math. Oh, am I in a funk? I am on 5 straight losses on the draw, none of them particularly close or interesting, and now we're on the play. This is the hand I've been dealt. It's a double legendary artifact cauldron hand. But that does mean you can feel okay putting a glyph on a cauldron, so let's see what happens. Just gonna Mirrex out this Wormlet, because who knows, we might draw a land that makes us not take damage in the future. And it looks like a control deck, so being on the play is super important. Whatever we play next turn gets countered, though. The Mirrex might be a big deal. What did we want countered? We could go for the second cauldron. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have it. Exiled even, so Agatha's Soul Cauldron does nothing. Feels so bad. Okay, they have March or something, so they're ready with more removal. That's a Mirrex, though. We love that. Flanker, what you gonna do? Little graveyard hater. I want to block. Okay. Could have glyphed or cookied there. Let's just hit them with Mirrex until they're miserable. Oh, do we try to push stuff on them? They want to use the Field of Ruin. They also want to cast Memory Deluge or something like that. So yeah, we should push some kind of creature on them. The glyph is very Let's go with Engine. I'm gonna let that resolve. They march the Cauldron. Okay, could be worse. Do we get rid of a Wormlet for a +1/+1 counter now if they're just going to Sunfall? Maybe? I'm not positive they're going to Sunfall. If they had a lockdown, they wouldn't do this. I guess. We'll go on the Might instead of the Engine. Engine's probably a higher priority target. Okay, easy. Never didn't have it for the opponent. Good for them. I'm just gonna get these down while the opponent's tapped out. Must be nice. Big hitters. Jite. Jite plus Mirrex is probably a pain. Three Avamaya Coasts. Ouchie. Throw the Wormlet. Yes. Feels good. Hard hitting question. They've got 2 of these. No creatures in graveyard. They'll definitely try to trade with the Wormlet, but in response we can make another creature. So maybe that'll get them. Hope for the best. Beautiful. If they double block, Death Touch will kill them both. And charge counter on GT. So that's something. Doing deduce now, huh? Probably drew the archive, or I think I would have archived first and held the deduce. So 2 question mark cards that we know are not Wandering Emperor and probably aren't Memory Deluge, and they have a Tideminder in their deck? Interesting. Go. I want to power up Anchorage so we can make Anchorage unable to block. We can also let it block and try to kill it, which I think is better because hard hitting question and a +1/+1 counter from GT. Also, we have a creature in the grave. All right, let's see what they do. I don't know if I clicked the right thing. It goes very fast. There we go. Get this off the field and they can't no more lies. So we could get down a Cauldron. We could also untap a land and keep Myric's pressure on. And right now, having only 1 creature, that makes me very nervous to not have the Myric's pressure on. But what does Cauldron really do? Yeah, it might stick to the battlefield well. Okay. Let's play it. 1 might to rule them all. They drew that as one of the top 2 draws. Don't know what they're tanking on, though. Marching it now? Yeah, it drew the march. Okay. No, not that. Oh, man. Well, at least they didn't target. No, I would have thought they would have marched the Jeet, actually. But now if they do, we got another one. This is close. They are flooding. It is giving us a chance. I'll take my 1. Make a might. Let's untap a land. Untap a land. Last steps with that card, aren't there? Keep it coming. The squad is on the move. Ooh. Ooh. In addition to other types, huh? 2 cards in hand. If there was a removal spell, would we have seen it? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Should I wait for a bigger blink? Like them tapping out or something. No, I should not. I should not. They want to remove this anyway. If they have a removal spell or a counter spell and they stop this, it was going to be stopped no matter what. Okay, 3 steps it is. Deluge in the graveyard. Yikers. Six poison. They're digging. They are digging. They hit the card draw part of their deck. Is it in time? We were able to dodge it for a while, and it's given us a chance. But is it enough? Because they have plenty of mana. Oh, they're going for it. This is for a lockdown. It has to be. Dig for a lockdown. They scoop. Wow. Okay. I mean, what was the top of their deck like that they had to scoop from there? Unreal. Today's Mesa Falcon of the day is John Dunn, and we are back for the post-game wrap, talking about the stats. By the way, John Dunn, I almost just steamrolled that. You're cool. And please become a member of the Mesa Falcon gang. Support the channel. You'll get early access to videos like this. So does this deck best of 1? I went 5 and 7 today. Stats, boom, on screen. What a lot of what I said in the video, but I'll reiterate it a little bit. First of all, on the draw as much as I was is a bit of a suffering. At one point, 5 games on the draw against opponent draws that were just amazing curves. It really highlights that some of these cards don't function in a on the draw against hyper aggro type of environment. So Subterranean Schooner and the hard-hitting Question would be the primary offenders there. And Restless Vinestalk, I'm honestly blown away by how much the Restless Vinestalk screwed me. It was there. It was there in every hand to make sure I didn't curve out. It shouldn't be hard with a curve like this for the deck to be able to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop on the draw and have a good chance. I just wasn't able to do it. So I think that the deck is better than I was able to show it. One, because I was on the draw so much. On the play, this deck was 80%, losing only to an absolute nuts Convoke draw. So I do think that there's a lot there. It is, I think it says a lot about standard best of 1. Personal opinion. Standard best of 1 in a 3-set standard is a mistake. Now, people, they're gonna freak out. Well, just play best of 3 then. No, I don't want to. Best of 3 is not my jam. I don't enjoy it, especially as a filthy casual gamer now. You know, I like to do my toilet gaming. I like to get my games fast and vicious, and this format does offer that. But it's so one-sided towards play draw, with all the decks basically having found all the curves and the perfect optimized card at every curve, that just going first it's so much of what matters in this format. There's only a few decks out there that can break serve on the draw, and those decks get played. But yesterday I showcased a deck with 100% win rate on the play. This deck has an 80% win rate on the play. Could have been 100%. And on the draw, it's just a different story. So when I say that a deck went 4 and 8 or 5 and 7, but I was on the draw in like almost all of those losses, it probably didn't matter what deck I played. And that's the thing about the stats that's deceiving and weird. And I think it's really highlighted in this deck. It's a solid deck. You can definitely see how effective it is in best of 3, and I love the design around artifacts in colors blue-green that don't often use artifacts that way. But in best of 1, it's just like everything's so intense. And I bet if we went first in 7 out of 10 games, I could put 70-ish% win rate, you know, in the title. A 70 or 80% win rate would be in, I could put that on a thumbnail, but I did not do that today. So, you know, RNG comes for us all. Anyway, does this deck best of one? Some of the cards, Schooner, hard-hitting question in particular, don't quite best of one. But I'm not going to stamp the deck with a sad stamp. When you borrow a deck from somebody else, you have there's a certain amount of respect that I give to the pilot and to borrowing the deck in general. So I didn't have to brew something today. So we're not going to put any nasty stamps on this. Let's just stamp a heart on it. I want Ash Lizzle to know I appreciate the deck. And I wasn't lucky enough to pull off an epic win rate today. But I still do recommend it. If you're going to play over the summer, especially in best of 3, I think this can be a very good deck to run. So, and by the way, it did prove in competitive arenas to be effective. It has, it tied for like one of the highest win rates in the RCQ season, like a 60% win rate, even though it was only 0.8% of the meta. So it does prove itself in competitive best of 3. So yeah, go play it there. It's definitely meant for that. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.